Alrighty, welcome back to the CCS Season 8 Championship Tournament Week. Here as I'm joined back with Fox, a 10 Eastern nightcap featuring number 1, Southern Indiana, the Screaming Eagles, Ohio Valley Conference regular season champions, taking on number 2, Southeast Missouri State, the Red Hawks from Central Missouri. I'm joined with Fox here, now yet another tournament bid on the line.
It's exciting. I mean, we've already seen one series tonight. It did not go the distance. It was a 4-0 sweep. So as for this conference championship, we'll hopefully see a little bit longer, a little bit more Rocket League. But either way, it is time to get underway and another ticket. It is time to get punched. We got Jaker in chat. He has got SEMO in 4-2. So he is a Missouri believer here, but I'm sure Southern Indiana wants something to say about that. We've already got demos flying everywhere. We've even got a flick and an attempt to bump the goalie, who was Jonah in front. He made a save. Nation, this game has started off pretty darn quick.
Both these teams have plenty of tournament experience as well, so game one again in this series especially, massive opportunity. It's Daner the Gamer on the first one, 31 seconds into regulation. It's a 1-0 lead early on for the Screaming Eagles.
Daner the Gamer, I mean, he is a dribbler. He goes right around the defender there, floating in the air. Nice little play. Good control with the ball. It doesn't need to be super flashy. Doesn't have to be super mechanical. Just have to keep your eyes on the play. And it developed really nicely for Daner there. Great play, but now trying to respond is Southeastern Missouri. Not much there developing, so they'll have to go all the way back and look out. That shot's headed right on target. It was Parks, but Schwerz said no. Now A-Game is running forward a demo game up front. Too bad for him. His teammates were unable to keep that possession moving towards the offensive zone. They'll have to retreat and regroup as Schwerz goes up the sidewall. Parks is chasing him. It gets a piece of the player, not the ball. We'll head to midfield with a jump ball. About a minute gone. Only 1 goal thus far.
3:48 left to go here in regulation, and again, Southern Indiana, minute 15 down, and the Screaming Eagles offense, again, they've had a lot of experience in the last couple of seasons at the championships, as well as SEMO. They both have been there multiple times, and they both have never came away to win. Maybe this season the Ohio Valley will find its first ever win in the CCS championships. That would be a cool sight to see an underdog take down a big-time team in the opening round, but again, 2 minutes almost off the clock here, and it's going to be a fight to the death in a best of 7.
And speaking of sights to see, we've got Jonah rocking the classic Batmobile. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a CCS game myself personally that I've casted. So that is definitely a vehicle of choice. It was very popular early on in Rocket League, so trying to keep it going. And Schwer is keeping this ball going towards midfield, cleaned up by the defense of the Screaming Eagles, but here come the Red Hawks trying to get some offense going. There's not really much there. That sidewall was very well covered. And they'll have to retreat. Oh, look out. That's a double bump. The Batmobile takes out 3 players. Jonah getting a double bump and then a demo. The man is a destruction derby all by himself.
Well, these two teams met twice during the season. Both times won by the Screaming Eagles, 3-1 and 3-0 respectively. Now a third meeting here, 2:45 to go, as USI leading 2 early on at the halfway mark, as the Red Hawks need a very vast turnaround here in the second half.
That Batmobile, I mentioned it, it's a freaking missile, and here it comes again. It's chasing A-Game up in the defensive zone now, trying to get a bump and alleviate some of that pressure. So if I am Southeast Missouri, I'm definitely taking note that Batmobile equals danger. Be aware of that. And Schwerz will play this one up the sidewall. Not enough boost to catch up to it. Daner is going to take it. But not for long. That ball poked off of him as the battle for possession continues. That's going to drift towards the goal. Jonah has no problem. He'll tip it out to Daner the Gamer, who plays it straight into trouble as it's A-Game. No, not able to put that shot on target, but the Red Hawks not done yet. Here they come. Well, the interchange didn't quite work there between the upper 2 players, and it's Daner again. Another dribble. He's making it look easy out there, and he is leaving Southeast Missouri in the dust every time he gets the ball.
I picked USI to win this one in 6, but as it stands right now, I wish I could change that pick, but minute 51, they are dominating early on in game 1. We'll see if we get a good game 2 adjustment, but against a lot of clock to play with here. If you are SEMO down by 3, make that 4 going into the last 100 ticks.
Yeah, kickoff plays, of course, do end up either hindering or continuing momentum. This one is just going to pop right out to Parks. Daner did a very good job at winning that ball over to the side away from the approaching Missouri players. So 4-0, just like that. And you can see kickoff, I mean, it almost ended up in the net the other side. So kickoffs are still important. If Missouri can get 1 or 2 maybe, then the Redhawks might be able to at least make Southern Indiana think about this one just a little bit. But as it stands right now, the offense has been cooking for Southern Indiana on the back of Daner, the Gamer's dribbling, and Jonah's physicality has been really big. And now Jonah's looking for Parks. Nice little link up there, but the pass was never destined for a shot. This one might be, as it's Daner getting his own touch off the sidewall, and Schwerz was able to deny. And now A-Game trying to do his best Jonah impression, but Parks has seen that one before. Does get denied. We approach the final minute of game 1, and thus far, your Southeast Missouri, you're just looking for a goal to try and get a little bit of momentum headed to the next game.
1 minute left to go. Still a 4-0 route so far in game 1. This last 50 seconds, we'll see if the Redhawks can just find one, Fox. Get one for the road. Going into game 2, build some momentum. Going into the second game 2 situation where, again, game 1 didn't go your way, but it's a best of 7. A long way still to go.
Indeed, and best of 7s can evolve quite a bit throughout the duration of them. Luckily, it's not a best of 5, so it's not as much pressure, but you definitely don't want to go down 0-2 if you can help that. That's normally when we see teams, when timeouts are available. That's when the timeouts come out. That's a bar down shot. It will stay wide. It's very close, but the 0-2 territory is where you really start to need to make adjustments. But one game, I mean, wins and losses happen in Rocket League, so we'll have to see what game 2 brings on the Forbidden Temple, because right now, Manfield Knight, the Screaming Eagles are flying high, and they are straight through into game 2, 1-0, a perfect 4-0 shutout.
Game 1 wraps up a shutout here, and Parks had a career game. It really felt like he made a lot of big-time plays in the offensive zone for the USI, going just 2 goals, and I believe he also had an assist or 2, so he did his job here in game 1, and Simo's got to find a way to pick up the offense here. Schwartz went for 4 saves, but it wasn't enough to keep the Screaming Eagles out of the red net. 4-0 the final score from game 1.
And they are able to use a loss like this to really learn a lot about the team. You saw Jonah's upfield presence creating a lot of bumps, a lot of chaos. You saw Daner, he really likes the ground play, the dribbles. And when they work like that, why wouldn't you? It was a phenomenal performance from him on the ground. And then for Southern Indiana, they had a lot of team plays as well. So, Simo, it's time to go to school. You know, it is collegiate Rocket League for a reason. We're always learning, always trying to better ourselves. So educate yourselves on the game, on the team, and let's see how game 2 goes for them. I'm not counting them out just yet, but I would like to see a little bit more offense. 4 shots is not going to cut it when the other team's putting up 4 goals.
Yeah, I got it to the wrong map. Okay, no, we're good. I put it on Dawn. Okay, though.
W regain. W regain.
Yep. W map change. Well, nonetheless,
at least there's no bots.
No bots this time. Yeah, no bots. We rusted off the the stream. We rusted it off and got through the bots. Even the bots were hacking into CCS lobbies, but we're back to regular Rocket League.
Indeed, and here's Jonah with a beautiful double tap. It's just too easy, too perfect for him. He's going to dunk that nugget into the sauce. That was a beautiful pass right here from Daner. Sets up Jonah in that backboard. Schwerz could not cover it, and the goaltender was left in no man's land after the ball gets by him. And so it's just a really nice play, nice and composed there from Jonah, showing the Batmobile is worth more than just physicality. That's his first goal of the series. So now every single player for Southern Indiana has scored a goal before anybody for Southeast Missouri has pierced the back of the USI net. So definitely something to think about and worry about as the goals continue. The offense continues. The pressure does as well. Shot from Daner has to be handled by A-Game. All the way downfield, and a good clear by Burnsy. Finally, a chance to breathe for Southeast Missouri. Try to get a little bit of momentum here moving forward as the opening minute continues to tick away.
Standard Gamer to the left corner, no good. It's turned away. It's Burnsy for the Redhawks. The first 60 seconds off the clock. Still no goals for the Redhawks. It's a 5-0 Screaming Eagle run through 6 minutes of regulation play so far. Is Jonah trying for a 6 here? Just going to be wide.
A-game with the collections. Got to keep this ball close. There's a man going for him. 2 players on that sidewall. Jonah races forward to get that ball. And now here he comes. Dana the Gamer trying to get a boost steal on Schwerz. Could not get it, which means the man's got the save and makes a good one. The rebound is a little bit worrisome here for SEMO, but they will clear. Now Schwerz, that net's wide open. There's your first goal, and finally a little spark of life in the Red Hawk offense as the third man, Dana the Gamer, no boost, went for the all-out challenge and gets burned for it. So a good play there by Schwerz, able to finally put a goal in, and we won't see a second consecutive shutout. The 5-0 run is officially over.
So Red Hawks find their first of the conference tournament championship match after about almost 6.5 minutes without a goal. It took them a long period of time to finally get on the board, but it is 1 goal on the board. Now that they can keep this offense going, things could really get rolling here moving forward.
Absolutely. In chat, Mr. Jaker's a believer. SEMO have finally gotten a goal. Now what can they do with it? They're playing at even. They played it for a deficit most of game 1 and at the start of game 2 here. So definitely some better feelings, but you got to be careful because we've seen what Southern Indiana can do when they start to get a lot of pressure. Daner almost gets the redirect there, gets a pass back to Parks, and it's a good diving save. 2 players went, but it doesn't matter. You can get a piece of the ball, and one of them did. It was Burnsy with the save. Now Burnsy's going to 50 Parks, sending this ball sky high off the sidewall. Daner to the backboard. Jonah goes for the shot. I think he got bumped, which means SEMO remain unscathed there. And we continue here at halftime, 1-1, right where we started about 2.5 minutes ago.
1-1 entering the second half of regulation play. The Red Hawks won a goal to their name in the last minute or so of regulation here, but again, Southern Indiana leading 1-0 in the series, trying to make it 2-0 here with at least one more score and a couple of good saves here. But again, the offense has got to stay content.
Oh, that's a favorable bounce for Schwerz. He almost had it over top of Parks. He did get bumped. The rebound is shot on target, top corner. It was not the quickest of offerings. That one clocked in at a 31 mile an hour. That is almost legal in a school zone, but it doesn't matter when it's perfectly placed, and he hits it right away from Jonah, who had no boost and no chance of reaching that ball. So a nice shot there. Finally, this is the first time we've seen Southeast Missouri with a lead here. So the Red Hawks now playing with a lead, a place they have not yet traveled as of yet. So now a little bit of the tides turning just slightly. We've still got a long way to go. We'll see if Southeast Missouri can continue their offense. It's going to be denied by Parks as Burnsy's shot gets stuffed, and a good follow-up shift here by the Red Hawks, trying to continue to add to the pressure, and they're not sitting back.
Parks really did a lot of the dirty work last game. I haven't really seen his name come across the screen too much here in game 2, and if he can step things up, this offense could get rolling again. That's an open target for a game, and can he break the defender? No. That one is saved leftward. Minute 18 to go. The Red Hawks lead 1, almost make that 2.
Right now for Southern Indiana, a man that is becoming a problem very quickly is Schwerz. For me, he's the one that got the ball rolling, and he has been creating a lot of offense, forcing the defensive hand of the Screaming Eagles. Now Burnsy's going to try his way through, but Parks said no. Going forward here, Schwerz will take the ball away, setting back that offensive pressure. Look out as Dana the Gamer is going to take a bite out of A-game. 1-on-1 now. Jonah puts it up to the back wall, and it's Schwerz with a nice save, but he lost the rebound. It's available. No shot to be had, and able to clear are the Red Hawks. Now Burnsy, he's racing, trying to take out the Batmobile. But Jonah is able to scurry away, make a save, but time is starting to tick away here for the Screaming Eagles if they want to try and tie this one up.
27 seconds left to go. 30 ticks on the clock. Now USI has to go the full field and find a way to score. As Parks back to center field. We'll find one. Dunk has now some help. Now 50 has help behind him. This one put to the left corner. Still no one home. 10 to go. The clock's ticking.
Here comes Parks to that backboard. It would have been available had A-game not been there, so a good save. Now Jonah, the final play of the game, has to go in the net or on the turf. Either way, it's going to be a victory for SEMO, and we have turned a best-of-7 into a best-of-5 after a limp performance from SEMO in Game 1, a much better performance here in Game 2, and it Schwerz with a well-deserved MVP medal, in my opinion. He was the straw that was stirring the Red Hawk drink in this game. So he got the ball rolling with their first goal, got that confidence, and then helped set up a game for his little chip shot that was the winner. So I mean, that's how Rocket League goes. One game, complete dominance for Southern Indiana. The next game, SEMO, a hard-fought and well-deserved victory right back. So, I mean, 6-game prediction, you kind of fell off that ship and fell out of confidence pretty quick. The way that game went, I could easily see this going 6 or even 7.
This one's always kind of gone the distance in the past, and you play in the conference finals. I mean, again, they both have won this series multiple times in the past, and it usually does go pretty far. So we'll see how deep we get tonight. But Game 3 is underway. The series at least going to a minimum. Game 5 tied at 1 here. Jonah's looking for a bump rebound from Parks. It's good. He's got himself started early in Game 3.
Is that another Batmobile? Do I see another Batmobile? I do, and I see that Batmobile scoring as well, putting it to good use. I am, of course, a player who has enjoyed Rocket League from the first day of its release. So the Batmobile, it's a classic, you know, it's a retro, and Jonah has talked Parks into using it. That Batmobile almost got around to that one, as the two Batmobiles are creating absolute havoc and chaos in the SEMO side here. In the first 30 seconds, it's going to result in another shot on target that Burnsy has to save away. And right now, those first two-man pressure, Jonah and Parks, here they come again. Jonah has got Parks waiting on him. The two Batmobiles link up, and it is absolute, I guess, batshit crazy how good this game has started for these two players.
4:18 of Screaming Eagles. The Eagles are on a run here, Fox. 4:18 to go. And it's a quick 2-0 start. The game number 3 now. The Southern Indiana Screaming Eagles have found their way again. We'll see if this one can keep going for the way of the Eagles.
It's just been a phenomenal start for them. They were just having their way with SEMO in their zone, and it might continue here. Here comes Parks, almost a double tap, and it leaves it for Jonah. The two Batmobiles can't do anything wrong. They'll link up again. The first shot, a drop down pass right to Jonah, bar down. It didn't go straight in, but it will eventually drift over the net. Bang, bang. Southern Indiana up by 3. And I don't know if you're looking, Nation, but 100% goal participation for Parks since he's been in the Batmobile. And Jonah not far behind with a goal and an assist. These two are an absolute problem right now for the Red Hawks, as again, it's going to be Jonah quite literally dunking his way through into the Nugget goal explosion.
3:51 to go. Off both posts, and finally finds its way in off of 50, and Parks and Jonah combining now for majority of these goals. 3:51 to go. It's a 4-0 rout.
I mean, we have a player with 8 points in the lobby. Meanwhile, 2 players with 2 goals and an assist each. And they're both in Batmobiles. That might be the secret. We might be unlocking the formula, although, look out, this is going to be a turnover. Jonah has to get up and touch it away from danger. He will do so. Daner trying to get involved right now. He's kind of been overshadowed by how good his teammates are playing. Not anymore. That shot just high, though. It's a good little redirect there off the pass. Now A-Game maybe going for a flick. 2 players collide. That net's open because of it. So finally, the bleeding has been stemmed, and SEMO is on the board. It's courtesy of the 2 Batmobiles. They link up, but in the wrong way. They collide and open that lane.
3:21 to go. There's the first of Game 3. Now the Red Hawks back within 3 here, but again, still a lot of clock to play with, but the deficit still very much a difficult deficit to come back from.
That was a nice little dribble there. Unable to make anything of it was Burnsy. It'll be a back pass. Ends up getting it demoed there, as Jonah took a piece out of A-Game. Now Parks sends it up, and he'll get dunked immediately. Jonah up next, sending this one all the way to the back wall. Schwerz with a nice couple touches. He will deny Jonah's opportunity with a good save. Now A-Game tries to keep it going. I'm seeing a lot of challenges where SEMO, yes, they get a touch on the ball, but they're getting bumped as a result of it. And taking out that first man pressure from the player touching the ball is really hindering their ability to move upfield. And another big problem is this man, the original Batmobile from Game 1. What a pass here. He calls himself off, seeing that the first man missed the shot, and then Jonah will pound it home straight through the defense into the net. And yeah, Jonah, the Nugget boy, having a legacy game, as the chat is very well aware of. He is having a phenomenal game, and it might continue here. It's going to be Drifter all the way through. Right now, SEMO, they look, after last game, they look completely like a different team. The Batmobiles put them on their heels, and they have yet to get back on equal footing.
He is a cracked captain. He is for the cracked captain title. He's playing like he's a cracked captain right now. He's been himself quite the series through about 12 minutes here.
Right now, for SEMO, just trying to keep things out of their net. That's a good first step after a incredible start here in this game. Jonah off the ceiling, maybe a little touch there, but not quite. Daner will play it forward, but it's right into Schwer's path. We saw him have a great game last game. He's been a little quiet this game. Has been courtesy of that Southern Indiana pressure. Here comes Jonah, backboard double tap lined up, and it's going to be Schwer's to clear it to safety. But now he's going to lose the handle on the ball as Parks gets dunked immediately. Jonah, some time and space. Dana the Gamer's watching, kind of on patrol in that back corner, trying to play around these two Batmobiles, trying to be more than just the Robin right now, but that is all you need when your teammates have 5 goals between the two of them.
120 left to go. The Red Hawks trailing 4 here, and it just feels like, both the games that USI has won have not been close. So it just kind of feels like that the longer we let these games go, that the bigger these leads start to get early on, it really just spells disaster very fast for SEMO.
Yep, they were able to tie up game 2 and eventually take the lead. This game, they never really had a chance to tie it up because 4 goals were in their net before 90 seconds had passed. So it was a tough start, and it's turned into a tough game for the Red Hawks, but they'll continue to try, continue to battle. This one's going to get poked to Parks. He has got Daner lined up with a beautiful pass. Great passing play, but Burnsy was reading that one the entire way. And now Daner's going to try to find Jonah again. The pass is working. Very nearly a give and go there. Southern Indiana starting to link up. And for me, if I'm a SEMO player or a fan, I am terrified seeing this kind of team play coming out of my opponent.
Game 3 coming to a close, and USI about to go on another route of SEMO in this 3rd game. And now this series starts to shift where momentum just really favors the Screaming Eagles here. Now the Red Hawks, a big question to find the answers to going into game 4.
Indeed, this one's going to be flung over the net for Parks to deal with. Final seconds ticking down, and a combined aggregate between all 3 games. It is 10-3, maybe even 11. That one was wide open. That would have been a goal had the time not expired. So it is a big time rout here for Southern Indiana. For games 1 and 3, their 2 victories, they've outscored SEMO combined 9-1.
It's been dominant, man. I mean, something's got to give, if you're SEMO. But, what do you do in the situation now down 2-1 where the 2 games you've lost have been blowouts?
16-4 in shots, too. That's a big problem if I am SEMO. That being outshot by 4 times, that it makes sense that the score is as big of a difference as it is. So SEMO, a good first way to try and counteract this is create some offense of your own. You're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Not only are you keeping Southern Indiana in their half away from yours, but you're also generating some offense as well. So definitely need to try and figure out a way for Schwerz to get back into that catalyst role that he played in game 2. We'll see how SEMO can do in game 4. It's a big game in this series because it's either headed to game 5 3-1 or tied up 2-2. So for a team like Southern Indiana riding this wave of momentum, I think SEMO really needs to find a way to cool off these Screaming Eagles.
Game 4, it really starts to feel like this game right here is the deciding factor. This one is just as bad as a blowout as the first 2. It's lights out night. If you're SEMO here, but again, just 2-1. If SEMO win it, we're back to level again. Still a lot of games still to come. And again, there's still multiple opportunities ahead for this team, but the Red Hawks really need this one.
Dana the Gamer has not switched to a Batmobile as of yet. That might be just something in the odd-numbered games. So we once we get to game 5, maybe we'll see Dana in the Batmobile. Jonah's shot does get denied. And Schwerz gets taken out upfield by Parks, meaning Jonah's got a lot of time and space. He'll go by the first man. Second touch all the way through. Jonah to the house, and it does eventually get cleared to safety by Schwerz. He's got a game upfield, but he's out of boost, meaning it'll be Parks up next. Trying to play it away from Burnsy, but Burnsy's got it, not for long. This possession does get jockeyed for. This is the first time we've not seen a goal in the opening 30 seconds. of this game. We might not even see one in the opening minute. That could change, although good save by Bernsey. Bernsey's defense has been quietly getting better and better as this series has gone along. Of course, he had to face 16 shots last game, so a defense is going to come naturally, but it's a good sign for SEMO is that Bernsey is picking up the defensive play. You need to try and keep this game close for as long as you can.
There's one, 3:45. They find one. There's the goal you were waiting to see happen, Fox. 1-0, minute 15
The
down.
Nuggets. You have to wonder what kind of sauce is in that nugget. It is all over the field once again as Jonah will strike. That ball just put out in front. Nobody in SEMO Red was even in the neighborhood. So Jonah once again continuing his tear through the SEMO defense. This one's going to get played forward. Jonah again to the backboard. He's going to test A Game's Moxie, who passes with flying colors. So the follow-up, give it right away to Jonah. Gotta watch these turnovers because it's going to end up in your net just about every time. It's the two Batmobiles running rampant yet again. Jonah with the shot needing to be saved. He goes for the third man bump, forcing Bernsey into the net, and that opens Parks' lane to fire away.
3:25, 2-0. It is a 7-1 run over the last 7 minutes of play here, Fox, averaging a goal a minute here for USI.
Now A Game trying to find something right back. Will be saved away by Parks. Bernsey's there to tip it up. He'll be to the ball first. Needs a midfield partner there. Getting to the party late was Schwerz. Now A Game left with no boost. He's in all sorts of awkward territory here. He's getting bumped. He's getting challenged. It'll be Daner the Gamers, a player we've not really spoken about much of because the two Batmobiles have stolen the show for Southern Indiana. But he's still trying to find his way into the scoring column. We saw him get the first goal in game one. Now he'll try and get one here. It's going to be saved by Bernsey with a good diving play there. Now Schwerz trying to play it forward straight into a Batmobile's path, though. It's Parks. Put upfield. Jonah will send this challenge deep into SEMO territory. Off the backboard he goes. Does he have a follow from Parks? Yes, he does. Daner third, and it's tic-tac-toe. Draw the line. It's 3 in a row.
2:30 left to go. 3-0. And it's now a 8-1 run across the last 7.5 minutes. I mean, they're just on a tear. I mean, this is just, this is the worst of the worst situation you could see happen if you're SEMO. You shut down the shutdown of game one, and you came back in game two, and had yourself a win. And game three did not go good. Now you're seeing a similar situation here in game four. It's now back-to-back games that have not started out the preferable way.
I feel like they need the Joker from Dark Knight Rises. They need something to counteract this Batman momentum, man. As A Game trying to do his best Daner the Gamer impression. We saw the dribbles from Daner in game one set the tone early, and then the Batmobiles broke free and have been destroying SEMO here. They only have 3 goals to their name this series due the Red Hawks, as the Screaming Eagles have been winning the aerial battle between the Birds of Prey. Now they're going to try to break through yet again. It's going to be tipped away by Schwerz and Jonah to play it back to Parks. However, Parks with no boost can't get on the end of that ball. A Game a chance to pass, but it does get broken up. Early on, Bernsey's shot nice and easily saved. Away from the pressure. And for SEMO right now, they're trying to generate any sort of offense, but they just cannot break through. And they're having to come back to their net yet again. Another save for Bernsey.
1:20 left to go here. Now SEMO. Back corner, it's met by Jonas. 3-0 the current deficit for the Red Hawks. They've got 70 seconds. Find 3 blocks and might find one here. It's saved by Jonah. And this defense has been lights out.
Yep, right now. Oh, very nearly with Schwerz's first goal. It was close, but right now the shots are 10-4. Last game they were 16-4. So a combined 26-8 are the shots for Southern Indiana in these 2 games. So the Screaming Eagles really starting to put their foot onto the gas. Their talons are on the throat of the Red Hawks. They are not looking to take that off anytime soon. For SEMO, it's going to take a heroic effort. It's going to take 3 straight victories, because here in game 4, it has been lights out and almost, like you said, night-night. It's getting to be that time here for SEMO very quickly if they can't do something to right the ship.
19 seconds left to go. You're in game number 4, and it just feels like things just continue to not be able to find a consistent rhythm for Southeast Missouri State. Now they're going to have one final game to play for their season on the line here, down 3-1.
And 3-0 is the final. Another shutout, just like game one. Those two games, 7-0. Last game, 5-1. That's 12-1. Apart from the game they won 2-1, they have been outscored by a lot here for SEMO. They've got to try and find a way to break up the train that is very much rolling down the tracks. It's downhill right now. It's a complete uphill battle for SEMO. So something's got to give. You have to try and engage somebody in some way. You need a big play. You need a big momentum shift. You need something here. You got to change something up because you don't want to just do the same old and get blown out yet again. It's time to see what SEMO has left as they battle for their conference championship on the line.
Well, Screaming Eagles one win away from another trip to the tournament here in CCS. It'd be I believe their third trip in their 4 seasons of playing, and it's Dana the Gamer now 3 games in a row with the first goal for Dana the Gamer.
Called it, Nation. I called it, Nation. What vehicle is Dana the Gamer in?
That triple
it happens. It happens on odd games. Game 1, game 1, Jonah started. Game 3, Park switched. Game 5, Dana the Gamer switched. That is the, I guess, the formula here. As the triple Batmobile, we saw Jonah take a bite out of the defender there. Now Burnsy's going to send this one all the way through, and Jonah up next. We'll have this one poked all the way through, and it's able to get past everybody and into the net. Kind of a surprising strike here. It looked very savable, but I think Burnsy, he got bumped, did the first man, so Burnsy was unable to cover up in time, thinking he would have had that ball. He got escorted out, and the physicality for Southern Indiana is, again, causing problems, and this is not where SEMO wants to be just 30 seconds old into this matchup.
4:29 to go. Musty into the corner, no good. First 30 seconds already 2-0. It's been I believe 11-1 run in the last 11 minutes.
Have we ever seen a team of all Batmobiles in CCS? Is this a first in CCS
sure we have at some
history?
Point. I'm sure it's happened at some point.
Perhaps. If not, it's happened now as Dana the Gamer, fresh in his Batmobile, very nearly had a flip reset, but the indicator never went off, so no flip for him. That'll be played away. The flip reset indicator sure helps us casters know when the players have flips or not. Not sure if you are a indicator haver and believer or a denier in terms of your own gameplay, Nation, but definitely helps the casters, as do the boost indicators, to see where everybody's at in terms of boost. A-Game will poke this one away. Not a whole lot of boost here for SEMO, as Parks will go up and use Jonah as well to clear. And SEMO right now, the time is just ticking away. Feels almost like they're trying to put themselves out of their misery here. They got to find something, some spark here early on in this game.
3:20 left to go. Jonah. Corner now Schwarz. In the back corner as well. SEMO trying to find their rhythm, down by 2. Their season lies in the hopes of a comeback in the last 3 minutes. Their season is all but over. As almost 3-0 there. The triple Batmobiles have found the rhythm here in Game 5.
Parks gonna go for a psycho attempt, ends up being a turnover that's not in his net thanks to Jonah. Bailed him out, doing so nicely. And now this one's gonna be dunked through Jonah again. 3rd time's the charm, and finally we see a strike, and it is pay dirt for A-Game. Try again. Jonah with a couple really good saves, but the rebound falls right to A-Game, and sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. And SEMO are on the board after a shutout in Game 4. That surely has to feel good. Still, there's work to do here in Game 5.
Leading the backboard, looking for a double after a 1-0 connection earlier. Almost found himself an opportunity there as SEMO tries to stay the offense in the blue zone. No one home. It's cleared away, and USI back to it.
I think I'm seeing a lot of collisions between Batmobiles out there. It's a pretty large vehicle. You got to be careful. Make sure you have clearance. There is no way of knowing the hitbox of that car unless you use it very often. Dana the Gamer got a demo. What a save on Jonah's double there by Schwarz. Good play, but Jonah's going to get the boost steal, leaving A-Game dry. Schwarz also not very many resources, and this one's going to get played right back in to the deep part of the SEMO territory. Will be A-Game without a lot of boost, almost getting dunked there as Dana Came racing through. What a pass. He sees Jonah, and so too did the defense from A-Game. That is a phenomenal play. I think it was A-Game. It might have been Burnsy. I don't know. Somebody got a piece, and it was beautiful.
What are these camera settings I'm looking at? 1:45 left to go. And Simo trying to find one more to tie us up at 2. It looks like the boys in blue and triple Batmobiles trying to clinch their way back to a third trip to the CCS tournament, almost at the NCAA tournament. That would not have been good. But a minute 30 left to no goal.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's a not exactly how you drew it up. We've seen such good defense here in this game, and unfortunately that is how the cookie crumbles right back the other direction. It's a double-sided cookie, as the unfortunate error there off of A-Game. You just can't really expect that. Don't know if he was going for that or just putting the ball into a dangerous area. Was the goal scorer Jonah, but once again another nugget dunk. Here comes Parks all the way through. Jonah's pre-jumped him towards goal. Be saved away as the shot did not have a lot of that nugget sauce on it. Now it'll be turnover here. Pinch territory as the ball races up the wall off the ceiling. Cleared by Parks. Some good reads here, but Schwarz will take it right away. We need something here quick for Simo. Schwarz is going to test the defense. Both Batmobiles racing up and keeping it clean. Parks to clear. Southern Indiana in full game management mode. They are just less than a minute away from their conference championship.
Again, I've got Southern Indiana on the 14 line. That it's going to be a difficult out for a 3 seed in the opening round, but we'll see where the committee has his team sometime next week on Thursday come selection show time. But USI is going to be a difficult outcome, the CCS tournament. So still a lot of games left to come, decide the bracket obviously. But what a performance tonight! 4-1 the final score of the series. It looks like here as this clock will tick down. But what a season for Adesimo. This USI team surely has more to prove. Oh, we might have been trading own goals. Oh. Hold on, 15 seconds.
That's a crazy bounce, crazy deflection. Rocket League gods giving one right back to Simo as the deflection there, Batmobile to Batmobile. We've seen Parks and Jonah link up for quite a few goals. That is technically linking up for a goal. It's just in the wrong goal. Burnsy will put it in and get credit for it. And good for Burnsy following up. He gets a demo as well. Simo maybe not done yet, but that play into Jonah is going to set them way back, all the way into their own territory, and their season on the line comes down to a 0-second play. Here comes Schwarz trying to find something for the Redhawks. Maybe one more touch. That'll do it. Off the wall and down. Southern Indiana with an absolute authoritative performance here. Conference championship is yours. The ticket is yours. Quite frankly, they deserve it. They earned it. And the Batmobiles, I'm all for it.
Well, thank you for joining us here tonight, Fox, and thanks to the chat for watching. As we'll see you guys Wednesday for more CCS Championship Week action. It's been Nation of Fox on tonight's broadcast. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.